Alright, then let's do the recap. I want a different person than the last two people that have done the recap to do this recap, which was Varys and Erai. So who wants to recap the last session and get us caught up?
Sure. Okay. So I guess we went up to the attic, found out that the children were dead, went down to the basement, and there's some sort of like cult going on down there that we are trying to figure out because we can hear them kind of chanting away. We laid the bones of all the people that passed away to rest, and yeah, I think that's where we left off.
Yep, fought some undead monsters.
Oh, yes. That weird tentacle thingy.
Oh yeah, you killed a Grick and some other monsters.
Yes.
I think we're in a room about to do that, if I remember correctly.
Oh boy.
Because otherwise we left off, we had to leave off for that.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
So the last thing we were doing is I believe somebody was rummaging through a footlocker. Who was the rummager? It was Erai, right?
I don't recall per se, but sure, why not?
I think so.
Erai is usually the first man in the room, I imagine.
Yeah, most likely.
I'm the one that can take a hit, so.
True.
Alright, let's see.
Are we gonna use what's its face? Like,
yeah, he'll be an NPC because I have his character sheet.
Perfect.
Alright, so you've entered a... So the impression you've gotten from this room is that you've seen other rooms that were like meager cultist rooms, like straw mattresses on the ground. This room looks a little bit more higher class. So there was a bed, there's a footlocker, there are torches around, lit torches, and oh, there's also some crates that you haven't gotten a chance, but so we'll say you're kind of walking around, checking this room out, you open up a footlocker to begin to look inside because you see a footlocker in the middle of the room, and how can you resist? I don't think anybody can resist that.
I know I can't resist. I'm. Hey guys, a footlocker! You know that shoe store from the 90s?
Yeah. Every time you kept saying that, I was like, oh my god, that store.
Alright, roll initiative, everybody.
Ooh.
I love rolling initiative. It's my favorite.
Yes.
Ooh,
Let's see.
Varys got a nat 20.
Nice.
I got
Did it
14.
like my thing go? Nope, it did not. Okay.
Why didn't mine come through? I got a 14.
I will add,
Here it is. I see it. Popped. Finally popped.
and we need Helen to roll it.
Yeah, my computer's running slow for a second.
I'll roll it for you if you don't care then. But you got a 19, so you'll probably be happy that I rolled it for you.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, as you begin to rummage through this, out of the wall... Wait, what was everybody else doing at the same... Just kind of... There was also a crate. Yeah, just watching the back of Erai, kind of investigating. And you see... Almost instantly from the moment that the footlocker's open, bursting out of the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Kool-Aid!
Oh.
You see
The town.
disgusting zombie-like creatures smash through. Like,
But okay then.
and charge towards you. Let's see. Alright, you see these creatures burst from the walls. The first thing you'll notice, other than the fact that zombies came out of the walls, is that they are dressed familiarly to some paintings you've seen in this house. And they have it would be somewhat obvious that they strikingly resemble the parents, the mother and father of this estate. You've seen their pictures multiple times, drawn portraits, and these are like tattered, broken clothes versions of undead versions of them.
Do I see? I don't see them. Are they on the screen?
Oh. Yeah, okay. So we'll say you're right there then.
Oh! Hello. Intriguing.
Alright.
I'm a little rusty on that language. Would you repeat that? Ah, yes. You want to play poker? Sure, why not?
Alright. I'm going to act as Varys now. Varys is the first one. Oh my god, zombies! Ooh woo. Just kidding. I will use vicious mockery on these zombies. You jerky, stinky zombies coming out of the wall, nobody likes you. And then he uses it on this one. And it fails its saving throw. It fails, it feels, you can see that it was insulted. He's very, this ghast is put aback. And it is Helen's turn now.
Okay, so my feet is grappling. Can I grapple one of them, and how do I use my feet to do that?
Oh, grappler is the one that you can pin them after you do the shove action, right?
It looks like it. Like, what's this? Yep, that's the info.
Okay, so first you do the, so you roll an athletics against his athletics.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm a -1 athletics, but we're gonna do it anyway.
You got a good roll, though.
Yeah.
His is going to be bop bop. Alright, Helen lunges forward and grabs this zombie and pulls him. So with the shove action, you can either push him back 10 feet, or if you want to use your grappler feet, you have to knock him prone and then you pin him. I guess you're using your actions to keep it on the ground, right?
Yes. I've tackled him to the ground. Or I'm trying to.
Alright, so this guy is on the ground, Helen pinning him. He's being tapped out. Oops, I passed. Alright, Eri.
She did manage to pin him, you said?
Yep, let me see if I have a thingy, a marker. But yes, he is prone.
If that's the case, I will hit the one to my left.
You would have advantage attacking the one that is down. But you still, it doesn't have to,
I will hit the one to my... Anyway, I will hit the one that's grappled with... No, I'm changing my mind. I'll hit the one to my left. And like...
Go for it.
Use my rapier with green flame blade.
Oh, one thing actually. Wait a second. So Helen, roll a Constitution saving throw, and Eri also roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
All right.
9.
Not that it will change the fact that you've grappled him, but these things are very stinky, and the odor that is emitted is you are poisoned for.
Oh.
I do not need to breathe, and I am resistant and have advantage against being poisoned.
Roll it again then. Because you were not this one isn't, roll it again and you might beat the save.
Yeah, there you go. 24.
Okay. Yep, so you've completely, you're not worried. Helen is, let me see, do you have the poison condition or, let me figure this out. Alright, yeah, she'll have the poison, so you'll have disadvantage on attack and ability rolls, but we won't count it for your... Since I forgot, we'll say you got away with the grapple in the beginning. So, Erai's turn.
So
Yeah.
I will, again, I'll hit the one to my left.
Yep.
With rapier. For 9.
Wait, you didn't do an attack? Is that your attack roll or the? Oh yeah, that is. Okay, that is a miss.
Hey guys, I missed.
Alright, this one on the ground, so how does the... I'm not really sure how it works. I think he makes a... Yeah, so roll athletics again to see if this one breaks out. Helen.
How do you have a -1 athletics?
Alright, this gas seems to pull himself out of your grip, but it took his action to do so.
Okay.
But he stands up. Alright, this one is going to attack Eri. He's going to... Let's see what he's gonna do. Ooh, he got a nat 1. So he scratches at you with his claws and just does not break through your irony skin, your steel. Alright, Demaya.
Okay, I'm going to whack at the one up top. Yeah.
Alright, roll damage.
Ooh.
Alright, Demaya just whacks this thing across the face with your quarterstaff.
How many feet do I need to be away to not get advantage on?
What does it say? Does it say for its range? Is it like 20 / something? Is that what it says? 20 / what does it say?
Crit range 20, but then range is 150 and 600.
What weapon are you using? Let me look at your sheet. No, okay, I think it just can't be within 5 feet for that. So you're good.
Yeah,
Alright, that's a hit. Roll of damage. Yeah, the first one was a hit though. But it's not the I think that rolled it. It's just 7 damage.
okay.
Alright, yeah, so this one's taken a few hits, but it's still up, still being a disgusting, stinky monstrosity. Varys is going to say... Probably, he likes a vicious mockery a lot, so he would be doing that.
Dylan smelled like
You stinky poop ghoul, ooh woo. If you're not here and I voice your character, you get furry-fied. You get ooh woo-fied. That's the penalty. Alright, so... saving throw... Wisdom. Alright, and this one... yeah, he used it on this one this time. And it is, it will have disadvantage on its next attack. And it's also pretty hurt, this one. Up here. Helen's turn again.
Okay, I want to smack it with my mace. The one that's hurt.
Alright, roll damage. Alright, she just, very lightly taps this creature with her mace. She hit it with the stick rather than the metal part. Alright, Erai.
I guess I'll take a swing at the one to my left again. And again with green flame blade. 21 to hit,
Yep.
and that will do 9 damage, and it will do 1 damage to the one next to Helen.
Why don't you roll green flame blade in D&D Beyond? Is there a reason you're not doing that? Just...
let me see if I can. Oh, let me try it.
oh no, it doesn't. That's the reason why, because it doesn't work, I think.
It's just at my level, it's just adds my spell attack modifier as damage, so it would be +1 flame damage to anything within 5 feet.
Alright, so you did it to the left one, or the top?
I hit the one to my left with the blade, and it did regular damage. non-regular damage, and it does 1 to the one to my north.
Alright, you poke this thingy, and it's a pretty good hit. They're both, fairly hit, not, They're still up and fighting though. This top one, he has disadvantage because of the vicious mockery. He's gonna attack Helen.
Not Helen!
He's going to scratch at you with his... Actually, yeah, he'll scratch at you with his claws. Does a 16 hit?
I'm trying to open my sheet back up. My computer keeps locking up.
You're wearing chainmail, right? Or some armor, I think.
Light armor, I think?
Didn't you put better armor on?
Yes, I did. I put...
Chainmail,
armor,
I believe.
yeah.
So chainmail would give you...
My AC is 13 right now.
If you're wearing chainmail, it would give you 16 plus your constitution.
Okay, so 16...
So that's not a hit then.
17.
If you're...
Okay.
Yep, so he bounces off, his claws scratch your chainmail, but do nothing. They do not pierce your skin.
Yay.
Alright, this one is going to... He's gonna move farther in so he can attack, so you don't get opportunity because he's still in your threatened range.
Yep.
But he's going to attack Varys.
I almost used boom. Damn it.
Alright, this one, what is Varys' AC? He's a squishy. Oh, this one does not hit though. It also, he misses. He's just wildly scratching at him and unsuccessful. Demaya's turn.
Okay, I am going to whack at the one that is to the south.
Alright, roll damage. Alright, she gets cracked across the head with a quarterstaff. Vera.
Alright, do bow and arrow to the one to the left.
Ooh, nat 1. Alright, once we leave the death house, we're gonna start doing stuff for nat 1s. But for now, you're lucky.
Oh boy.
Next time, Helen might have taken an arrow to the head. We don't know. But we'll be nice this time. Alright, Varys' turn. Now that he is in range, he will slash with his new... I'm going to poke you with my sword, foul zombie. Poke. Oh, nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, and so you see as he pierces it with his silver short sword, it also, the radiant, you see a radiant sizzling inside the flesh of this creature, and it takes... You see the wound is burning him from the inside, and he's like, "Ah!" You like that sound effect? Alright, Helen's turn.
Okay. So he's still wounded, right? Not dead yet?
Yeah, he actually is less wounded than this one is on its last legs, the bottom one. This top one is,
Okay, so the bottom one then, I'm gonna hit with my crossbow. I'm just gonna switch from the one closest to me and attack the other one.
Alright, roll the damage. Alright, the crossbow hits it in the neck,
Ooh,
and it falls to the ground.
nice.
Alright, Eri.
I guess I'll hit the one to the north. With, where did it go? for a 13, I think.
13, does that hit? Yes, that hits. Roll damage.
6.
Alright, it's still alive.
And
It's going to...
I'm sorry, and I'll move behind it right here.
Alright. We aren't using the flanking rule, though, by the way.
That's fine. I'm just making a clear shot if anybody wants to be beneath me wants to hit him.
Yep, this one he's going to scratch at. Demaya was the last person to hit him, I think. Oh, well, actually you. Actually, no, he'll attack Arai, because Arai just hit him. Alright. What's your AC?
20.
Alright, it hits. Do you want to use your
Yeah, I'll use the shield.
Yeah, because I've realized with the shield thing, I need to not tell you what the hit is, because you have such a high, but you use that gives you +5, right, the shield?
Correct.
Yep, so you tank the attack. It does not hit. Alright, Demaya.
Okay, I'm going to stab the guy.
Alright, that is a miss.
Woo.
Vera. Oh my god. Alright, the arrow just shoots by everybody and almost hits Arai in the head. Just dinks off the wall. Alright, Varys' turn. Alright, I'm gonna go 2 for 2 slaying these foul beasts. Wacha! And his, wow, I'm rolling good as Varys. He got a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
Alright. Yep, so he stabs this one through the neck, and it sizzles to the ground, and it is dead. His weapon is pretty good. Alright, and these guests are now dead. The corpses of the patrons, the proprietors of this house, I don't know the exact word, but they have passed away. And now we are out of initiative.
Okay. Can you see if they had anything on them, or?
Alright, you sift through their stinky bodies and you don't find anything that isn't, you don't find anything of interest, and you get a little bit grossed out after a certain amount of time and wouldn't want to look through them long enough, but they don't have anything.
What about the chest the footlocker that we didn't quite get into?
Alright, this chest is probably the best thing that you've gotten so far in this. I bet everybody's gonna be pretty happy now, because this is a good chest.
Yay!
What we got?
Alright, you all open this chest up, it lights up like the, like the Pulp Fiction treasure. It's just a gold aura, and you know there's a whole bunch of goodies. You start sifting through. First thing you find, on top of everything, you find a fancy cloak.
Ooh.
Cloak?
let me show you a picture. Alright, posted it in the Discord chat. You found this cloak. You've also found... You lift that up, you find another little coffer that is unlocked. There's no lock or anything. And you find 4 potions of healing. You find a chain shirt. A chainmail shirt, and Helen would probably notice that it is in better condition than the rusty one that she's got before. Slightly nicer chain shirt. Yous also notice a mess kit. I don't know what that. I think that's like eating stuff, like a bowl and spoons and stuff. You also find a flask of, I'm not sure if you would, let me see. Alright, Eri, does anybody else have Arcana proficiency or any herbalism kit? Does anybody have herbalism kit proficiency?
I do.
You have both of those things?
Yep.
Okay, then without any rolls, you would know that this is a potion of alchemical fire. Alchemist fire. It's basically a fire bomb flask.
Aha.
Nice.
Ooh.
You also find a very nice lantern. Like a super nice, it's not an ordinary lantern. It's you flick it on real quick, and you see that it's like a so I'll tell you, it's a bullseye lantern. So as you flick it on, it shoots forward in a large cone rather than lighting up in a radius. You know, it points, it's pointed light. You also find a set of thieves' tools. And no. But does anybody have thieves' tools proficiency? Probably not, but regardless, you have thieves' tools now. Alright, and the thing that only Eri will be excited for. You find a spell book. It's literally, as you sift through it, it is a spell book. But the time you've taken, you've only flipped through it. You don't have, you would need to spend a few minutes to sift through it and see if there's anything worth noting. You don't know what it contains yet.
Okay.
So,
Take a little break here.
Can I get that armor?
Yes, please take it.
Yay!
Remember, I think there's armor upstairs too, right? I think if we presumably get out here alive.
well, this armor is a little bit better conditioned than the armor upstairs.
Does that do anything to my AC?
No, it's the same.
Okay.
There is a reason, though, that might become apparent later that I pointed that out. Okay, what else do we have in here? Okay, not in the footlocker. There are, in the side, you see crates with a bunch of candles, like boxes of candles. I think you're on top of it. Yeah, this one right here. And torches, there's torches, and there is candlesticks and a few robes, sets of robes. So this looks like it's some kind of cultist stuff. Cultist supplies.
All right. Well, let's see. What do I have? Cloak, potions, a chain shirt. How do you? How do you detect magic?
Yep. So you know that the the spell book isn't necessary.
I probably still had detect magic from the last time. Still going. It's 10 minutes, but yeah.
No, because you use shield, and that would. Oh wait, shield isn't concentration. I don't know.
No,
Whatever.
sorry.
Yeah, we'll say you have So you know the cloak is emanating some kind of magic. Detect magic won't tell you what it is, but you know it's a magic cloak.
Okay.
You would need an identify for more information than that. And anything else? I guess the alchemical fire potion. You already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond that,
Nothing else glows.
the lantern. I don't know if the lantern. We'll just say the lantern is a better lantern. So you imagine just from you would assume there's some magical property with this lantern.
Okay.
Beyond that, there's nothing really else in this room.
All right, so I guess I'll take the spell books, and you guys want to? Let's take a short break, a short rest, and I will look through the books. I'll also burn one of my. I have arcane recovery, which will get me a slot back, I think.
Yep. Alright, so as you just the amount of time you spent sifting through the book, and you definitely don't have enough time, and this probably isn't the place to transcribe it into your book, but you've noticed the disguise self spell, identify, mage armor, magic missiles, and protection from good and evil.
Okay.
And there's some other spells that you're not quite. You don't have the ability to cast yet, so when you do get second level spells, remind me. Make sure you look at that book when your wizardry skills improve.
Okay.
Most of those things you had, though, right? I think there's like one or two spells that you did.
I had
Protection from good and evil and identify.
I did not have it. That was the only one I had was protection from evil. So, good find.
Yeah, that also strikes you as a bit odd to find a spell book. Maybe these cultists were involved in the wizarding arts. Who knows?
It's entirely likely.
Although the other books that you found, you did find that other of spells, and they were like bogus spells. So these are the first actual real spells that you've found.
Ah.
Alright, is what next?
So there's no other way out of here, right? There's just back the way we came.
Wasn't there like another hallway we were going down, or?
The only way you haven't been yet is where you hear the chanting the strongest and the mimic. You haven't gone through the mimic door, but you've gone the other around it.
Yeah, we're not going through the mimic door.
Okay.
Death house. Death house.
Alright, so I assume you're going down the creepy chanting stairs towards
I'm hanging out on the corner here until my buddies get here with me.
Alright, but yeah, I'll move you to the next area if that is what you all wish, right? I guess it's really your only option.
Okay.
Yes.
The only way is down.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna pee real quick, but let me move you to the next area.
Okay.
I'm gonna step away from the computer real quick, y'all. I'll be right back.
I wonder if he's making that. Hey, is that you being Darth Vader?
Yeah, I was Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I can hear somebody breathing. That's
Oh gosh.
Oh, let's see, ambience. It's doing that.
Yep.
yeah. Oh, I thought it was just somebody breathing.
Nope.
Alright. Where am I at? So I've got my sword as a flame, or as a lit, I guess.
Can you see?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
I have light on my stick here.
Yep, is anybody using the new lantern, or... Probably not, everybody else has dark vision, so...
Yep. Okay.
Where's my owl? My buddy at there.
You pocket dimensioned it.
Oh yeah.
Do you want it back?
Yeah, I'll bring it back. He can see in the dark really well. 120 feet.
But it is still a dungeon, so it's not very navigatable for an owl. Be difficult for him to fly, so I mean he can kind of walk ahead. He actually does have a walking speed, so he technically could hop.
He can perch on my shoulder for now, I guess.
If you would have picked a rat, you would have had a lot of for a dungeon. But once we get outside, you'll probably be happy about the owl.
Okay. I just like the name.
I love it. Tootsie Roll.
Master, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Does this joke please you, Master? That's what he says.
The world may never know.
Alright, I'm back with Tassin.
Alright, let us continue then. You descend the creepy stairs to where the chanting seems to get louder. You follow the chanting, and now, for the first time since you've heard it, you can hear a discernible phrase. Over and over the chanting is saying, He is the ancient, he is the land. He is the ancient, he is the land. Over
How do
and
you know
over,
I'm
you're
coming?
hearing, "It's not you. You're not that scary." Alright,
Seen me without makeup.
alright. So you descend, so we'll put Arai, because he's the...
I'm the large and in charge fella here.
Alright, so, yes, as you see in the walls here... Here, I'll put everybody in so you can they can get a view of this room.
Mm-hmm.
You see, lined throughout the walls are little alcoves with little, each one is a different object. There are, without rolling, it should be pretty obvious that these are some kind of cultist, religious effigies. You see, like, a mummified hand. You see knives. You see little skulls and sticks and totems. All of them look like very, like they've been here a very long time. A lot of them are desiccated pieces of, like, animal flesh.
Okay.
You said there was a knife?
You see a knife that upon closer inspection is carved from a bone. Looks like some kind of humanoid's femur bone.
I guess I'll take the knife.
Alright, it will just have the... It's somewhat sharp like a normal dagger, so if you used it, just use a dagger
Okay.
stat block.
Got it. But nothing looks inherently valuable, right?
No, in fact, it all is a bit off-putting. It's all pretty, you see a shrunken head in the corner.
Ew.
It's all just very, like, gross-looking little, cultist effigies, and yeah, none of it particularly... Oh, if you still have a detect magic, none of it is emanating magic.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Did I mess up someone's vision? I don't know. Alright.
Do I see two doors here?
You do. You see from this door... Oh, the doors are down here. Yeah. This door, from what you can see, if you were to get right here, this opens up into a large room with water, slightly flooded. I guess you wouldn't be able to tell the depth of the water from your angle, though. But it is a watery, sort of almost sewer-like looking room. Very dark besides your light. It was dark before your light went in there. Oh, wait, let me see your, Okay, from your view, though, you can see a dais kind of up in the air. You see a large dais in the corner. There's a ascending staircase into it. Or steps. The other direction just looks like hallway. Oh, but there is a gate, like there's bars blocking your way here.
Let's try the other way.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. So this room... Bop. Alright, this is clearly a prison of some sort, holding cells. You see... Across the walls here, you see shackled corpses and opened gates. All of these gates are opened. Down here, At the end of it, though, pretty much every single room, there's shackled, dried up corpses. This end of the room, you see a human with a tattered black robe still on.
Do any of these, are they skeletons or corpses?
They're all skeletons, but all of them were naked except, like, no clothes or like, ripped up clothes, I guess. This one has a tattered robe on it. Like, it has more clothes in.
Anything we might see that's valuable or useful, or?
Yep, you look at it and you see a golden ring on its finger. It just looks like it might be worth some money.
Sweet.
Let's see what else. And everybody can make perception checks here. See if you see anything else. I guess your owl can do an advantage perception. Alright, nobody even has to keep rolling because somebody already got a good one. So, Demaya, what you notice right here, and it was close to where your token was, right here you see that this wall pushes out into the next room.
It looks like we can get into the next room over here.
Here?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just a door that pops open, or we need to do anything, or?
It's a wall that was slightly sticking out, and she peeled it open, and she can kind of peek through, and you see the full view of the altar surrounded by water. I need to figure out how deep this water actually is. I think it's just... Okay. It's not... From this angle, you can tell this is only going to be a few feet deep, most likely.
Okay.
Is there a door that I can walk through, or am I just not seeing it? Oh, I see. Aha!
Alright.
Oh.
So everybody walks through, I imagine.
Yep.
Ooh. A pool.
Go swimming.
Yeah.
Can Tootsie Roll do a flyby, like kind of around the perimeter?
Yet this room actually opens up to be somewhat large. We'll say like 13, 14 foot high ceilings. So you're staying on this, not touching the water yet, right? On the little edge.
I'm just having see something. Is that a controller for the bars at the top?
Yeah, you see the wheel. What is it called? A turning wooden wheel.
Right. Well, I guess does my owl? He kind of flies the perimeter. Does he see anything?
Alright. He doesn't see anything, but what you all see simultaneously. The chanting stops as you peer into this 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceilings, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangling from the ceiling above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood. Alright, and let's see if
Can I try and unlock this room? Like this portcullis or whatever you want to call it?
you'd roll a... Let's see. No, actually you don't. Okay, so after a few seconds you are able to... Wait, does it close? Let's see.
It was closed, right?
It was closed, and when you open it, when you turn the wheel, it stays open.
Sweet. Can I take that? I found a knife, right? Can I take that knife and just kind of jam it to make sure it stays open, or? I'm a little leery.
It's like it's went down. Like the bars went down into the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's the dais in the middle and a pile of filth down at the bottom. What about the dais? Is there anything up there that...
Alright, you climb the dais. What does everybody else do at this time? What is everybody doing? Helen, are you checking the south, maybe?
Yes, I am sort of just peering around, I guess.
Alright. What are you guys doing at the same time, Vera and Demaya?
I guess I'm just watching.
I'm keeping watch to see if any cultists like show up.
Alright, Helen, roll me a nature check.
Oh, the +4. That doesn't do me good.
Alright, so you're just kind of looking at the refuse at the bottom, and it's disgusting garbage as far as you can tell. As Eri approaches the middle of the room, though alone, climbs the dais, and as he does, the chanting rises once more as 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black and seems to draw the light into it, where you'd expect to see faces or voids. One must die, they chant over and over. One must die. One must die.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Alright, everybody make religion checks now. Or insight. Whichever one, make either a religion or an insight.
I'll go insight. Oh. Okay.
Inside.
Alright. So to Helen specifically, also she is a cleric, and she knows that this is the purpose of this dais is to sacrifice on top of it, to kill somebody on top of it, and what these figures are chanting, they most likely want you to kill somebody on top of it.
Well, anybody want to die?
Can we discern... Oh dear guys, come on.
Anybody trying to get sacrificed real quick?
What about Tootsie Roll?
You want to try?
Yeah, yeah, buddy. I'll get another one.
Since you rolled the second.
Exactly. So is there is this like a sacrificial altar or something? Is that what I'm saying, or?
Yeah, there's blood stains at the top, so this most likely would not be the first time such a thing happens.
Is there a special knife or anything that I need to use, or?
Didn't somebody find a fancy dagger or something at some point?
Well, I found that, I think it was a dagger in the last room or 2 rooms ago. But, alright, I'm gonna tell Tootsie Roll just to lay down there on the dais, or whatever you want to call it, and I'll stab him.
See you
Alright.
on the other side. Tootsie.
You plunge your blade into your owl, and instead of what you might expect of somebody murdering an owl, it just bursts into light. It disintegrates into light.
Oh.
And because it's a fae, right? so it just goes back. It doesn't bleed. It's not like a it's a non-corporeal, or it's already an energy creature.
It has a hit point, right?
It has like 1 hit point.
Yeah. So
you kill it. You kill it. You just hear. Maybe it wouldn't even shriek because it's a creature of energy. You hear you see it just disintegrate back to its original plane, but you hear no illusions. There must be blood. One must die. You hear it over and over. One must die. It becomes more intense after you've done this.
Well, that's not great.
As you... Wait a second, there is... Oh, actually, okay. After you've done this, you've tried to fool the apparitions. You hear... Lorgoth, the Decayer, we awaken thee. One must die. And from the corner of the room, from the refuse that you've seen that Helen was near.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You mean I killed my wall for nothing? Now I'm sad.
It's a good try.
What is that?
It's a plant monster.
Yep. Oh my.
Alright, I got...
Oh, that's a shambling mound, isn't it? Oh, sorry, that's me speaking out of character.
Metagamer alert! This is Lorgoth the Decayer.
Oh. Well, how do you do?
Nice to meet you.
How do I... Can you turn this song off? Can you give me permission to stop it? Or how do I stop? Or is it stop, not skip? Oh, it's stop. Okay.
Oh.
I thought that creepy music would be more fitting for this point.
The clown horn just got me.
Alright. Everyone roll initiative at this point, but there is something else. There is a new wacky quirk about this. Let me...
Oh boy.
Turn that down.
Oh wow.
This is very clowny. I wanted it to be more creepy ambiance, but it's alright. Eri, you need to roll initiative, and Vera. No, who needs to? Oh, Varys.
22.
Okay, at this point, let me put you. At this point, as this creature emerges, the entire death house that you've been in, you hear the walls shaking, you hear distortion all around you. There's you hear that you feel like something was awakened in the house, like what you came here to do was all leading up to this, and you're probably feeling very unsettled and disturbed at this point. Let's
little
see.
bit.
The creature just begins to like growl and sort of make its way towards you, and yeah. So I don't know how to say this exactly. Yeah, so I guess what. So there's a moment where you guys can talk before to discuss what you want to do. You'd know that you have a way to escape this. There was an exit back into the house, but you also, maybe for some reason or other, you feel like you want to stand and fight, but regardless, the house is freaking out right now. That's the only way to say this. Like you've awakened the house essentially.
Do we want to stay and fight this thing?
I don't know if we can beat it.
Oh. So is it like a plant thing, or is it...
It is a giant hulking mass of like sludge and vines, and
Okay.
there are some corpses inside of it. Just forming to make a. It's just part of its body, just fixtures of it.
Okay. So fire damage would probably be good.
You get the sense though that it is very swampy and damp. It is.
Yeah, so maybe not.
Alright, well with that, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm rolling crazy with Varys's character. So he is first on the initiative. So he will say, "Back off, you disgusting sludge creature," and he will use vicious mockery on it to hopefully give it disadvantage on its Alright, so you see the creature stumble for a moment and say, or it doesn't say anything, it just seems like it was affected by the spell. And Varys will look out and say, "So what are we running or are we fighting?" Where he
If he can keep putting disadvantage on him, I'll take a couple swings at him, but I don't know if we're going to beat this thing. Oh, Christ.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to run down and swat at it. Dumbest move of my life, I think. But
Alright, roll your attacks.
19. I'm sorry. Yeah, 19.
Alright, roll damage.
5. And that was with Booming Blade, sorry.
Okay, that's the one that he can't move, or he takes damage if he moves out of your radius.
He takes a D8 if he moves, I believe. Or if he moves at all.
Alright.
Yeah, if he moves at all, he takes a D8.
I don't know why this thing won't let me update the health. It's fine, I'll Alright, so this creature's whacked. The Maya's turn.
I think I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on it.
Yes, stand back, my friends. Keep me alive.
Alright, let's see.
plus your spell attack modifier.
Wait, what? Sorry. Modifier?
Plus 4. It shows
Yeah.
it on your spell sheet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
14. 14 does not. You miss
Oh.
this large creature. Your Eldritch Blast just zooms right past it. It now looks at Erai and it makes 2 attacks.
Oh shit.
Oh.
He has disadvantage, right?
For his first attack, yes, he does.
Oh shit.
Oh no. At least
Alright.
you have a good armor class.
Yep. First attack misses. Second attack, it hits.
Shield.
Alright, it blocks it. It's 20, right? Your AC is base 20.
Basically.
Alright. Yep, so it just tries to slam you with its massive arms. How many spell slots do you have left, by the way?
Oh, I did the arcane recovery, so I have 2 more.
Now 1, right? For shield. Did you just use 1 to use shield?
Oh.
Can't hear you if you're talking. I blew his mind with that question. Breaking up. Talk again.
Can you hear me now? So I have 2 spell slots, but I have Magic Initiative, which gives me like a bonus yield.
Yeah, it gives you 1 extra use of shield.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you use your shield and you absorb this attack. Vera's turn, yeah. Alright, roll damage. Alright, you hit this. It just kind of gets stuck, but it appears like it did something. Helen.
I'm going to shoot my crossbow.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage. Alright. Just the crossbow also just sticks inside of it. Varys. Let's see if he has a spell. He probably would use it now, maybe.
You could hit me with heroism.
It is a touch range, though. I don't know if he wants to run up and touch it.
Oh, you touch me. Yeah.
Oh, is it a buff? Let's see.
He said he got it specifically from me. That's the only reason I remember that he has it.
Alright. I think he would probably fairy fire though right now and try and
Okay.
he wants to stay at I don't want to be responsible for getting his character killed, so he's gonna stay at a distance. This creature is going to make a dexterity saving throw. Being a large mound, it's probably not very dexterous. It is in fact very not dexterous. Perfect. Alright, so you see this creature is outlined, and it has advantage on attacks against it.
We have advantage against it, right?
Yep, hitting it. Yeah, you have advantage attacking it now. Alright, your turn, Erai.
I will foolishly hit it again with Booming Blade as a rapier attack.
Alright, roll with advantage.
Well, I got a 17 without it.
Yeah, okay, but you always probably want to roll twice in case you get the nat 20, but it doesn't matter to me.
I'll roll again just in case. No, I'll just keep my 17.
Alright, roll your damage.
8 damage.
Alright, Demaya's turn.
I'm gonna try Eldritch Blast again. Oh. That does not do it.
It whizzes past it. Alright. Again, he's going to make 2 attacks at you. First
And
one,
will die.
they both miss.
Sweet!
Yay!
Vera. Did Vera get skipped the last time? Okay. Alright, Vera. Yeah. Alright, another arrow. It feels like it might just be... You're just filling this thing up. It's a swampy pincushion. Alright, Helen's...
I'm back at it again with the crossbow. I can find it.
Hit. Roll DiMaggio. Okay, getting some good hits in there. Alright, Varys is going to say... You didn't think we would be able to hit you with so many projectiles, foul beast, and uses vicious mockery. It makes it save this time, though. And Erai's turn.
I will again foolishly hit it with Rapier Booming Blade. Oh, with advantage, right? So 12.
Yep. Roll it again.
Nine, 24.
Yep, that one hits.
For 4 damage.
Alright, Demaya.
Alright, 3rd time's the charm. Okay, there we go.
There we go. That's a big one.
Then that's a D10. Oh,
Wow.
yay!
Roll one more d10 because you got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
18.
That's a juicy one.
Yay!
How about, is this thing looking juicy?
Alright, yeah, it took a big hit. It's going to try and run past. He realizes his attacks are futile against Erai.
Do I get an attack of opportunity as he moves past me?
Yeah, what did Booming Blade do to it also?
It gives it a D8 damage.
Alright, so roll your attack with advantage and roll your Booming Blade damage. It needs to do some damage in the back lines. It's its only chance for destruction.
So 1 damage, Jesus, 1 on the D8, and then As he runs past me, 16 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
For 6 more damage.
Alright. This creature gets right up into Maya's face. It's pissed.
Oh.
It's going to whack its big arm at you. Okay, that definitely hits. First attack hits. Second attack. The 16 hit.
Yep.
Alright.
Probably.
Okay. You're whacked twice with its massive arms. You take 24 points of damage.
I am definitely dead. I got nothing.
You also see this creature goes on top of the Maya and starts like, basically like grappling her. She's engulfed by this large creature. She is essentially inside. You don't see the Maya anymore. It's like she's just under it at this point. She's
Murder it.
Probably have disadvantage, don't
but you have advantage from it being very fired. So do a flat roll or move out of the way. It is grappling right now, so it can't attack of opportunity if you want it to move. Alright, roll the damage. Good hits. Alright, Helen's turn.
Am I close enough to... I don't want to touch it, do I? Because it'll suck me in too.
You're not sure? It just, cover up the Maya. She's pretty much gone. She's getting eaten. Going... making juicy noises on top of her.
If it's grappling, it can't really attack, right? So, just...
Well, I was going to cast Inflict Wounds, but I have to touch it to do that.
Ew.
Go for it.
You're touching it with like your mace, though, right? I think you can use
It's not literally, you don't have to literally pat it on the back.
You have to stick your finger into it.
Okay.
Alright, good roll. You're rolling when it matters. You're getting those rolls when it matters. Inflict wounds is a lot of damage, so... Roll it. Roll the damage. Okay. Oh, that is a good... You see as you stick your mace to it and it explodes in a necrotic blast. And you see this creature is very hurt. Whatever you did was pretty successful. Varys' turn. Okay, Varys is going to... Probably... Yeah, he'd probably Vicious Mockery again. Hopefully I'm not playing his character completely wrong, but I know he likes doing that. It failed its save. So, Erai's turn.
I will move up to the dais. So if I kill it on the dais.
Ooh.
And then I will rapier with Booming Blade. for a number that I can't see. For a 6, so I miss.
You have advantage though.
Oh yeah,
Still
damn it.
fired.
For 15.
15 hits.
Okay, perfect. And that'll be 10 damage. And that was with winning blade, so if he moves, he takes another d8.
Alright, cool. Okay, Demaya, what I want you to do is type /GM roll in one word, 1d20. Like, type that in.
Oops, did I like... No, is there like a space, or...
There's no dot in the beginning.
Okay.
Like, just /GM roll 1d20.
Oh, I didn't roll 1d20. No? Does it like...
/GM roll instead of
Yeah.
/roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one...
GM will automatically whisper it to me. And don't say it out loud what you get.
Nope.
Alright. Let me see. Alright, Demaya, you're in a place that is unpleasant for you. You're remembering a time from your past. Tell us about it. Tell us an unpleasant time from your past.
Oh my goodness. Let's see.
So now this is no time to be talking about your childhood.
So, I guess my parents kept me locked away. The fiend was like growing restless inside of me. And I attacked someone. I attacked my mother.
At this point in time, you're reminded of when the fiend's influence was much more unpleasant than it is now. You're, yeah, the shambling mound, it drops the Maya to the ground. She kind of just splurts down in goo. And it's going to go after Helen now. Oh my god. Alright, does 20 hit? Helen.
My AC is 17. So, yeah.
Helen, you take 27 of damage.
She's also dead.
Oh boy.
Rest in peace, me.
Alright, now Helen is the one. So Maya's been released and Helen is sucked into the creature. Oops, I put the dead. No, it's not. You're not dead though.
Uh-oh.
Don't put the big scary X on.
Did he roll with disadvantage, by the way?
With the first, if he would have rolled disadvantage, it would have. He rolled 25 and 20s in a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
An 18 and a nat 20 for his first hits. His second one was a 217. No, 213s, but he has a... Shouldn't have said that, but he has a high attack modifier. Yeah, he rolled insanely. Varys' turn. We skipped you. I'll just kidding. Alright. Yeah, Vera's turn then.
Avenge me.
Oh, you have advantage still because of the fairy fire, so roll your damage. Alright, at this point, this thing actually has taken quite a beating. You've seen it dripping goo, it's kind of leaking at this point. but Demaya is on the ground. Helen is on the ground, covered, engulfed, if you will. Alright, Helen, do that same thing. The /GM roll 1d20.
Did you attack?
She, yeah, Vera's attack, her arrow hit.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Helen, tell us about an unpleasant time from your past.
How about when my parents died and I had to fight to get Vera, and we were like starving, and we had to find refuge in the city and start our lives over. And it was unpleasant to be so hungry.
At this moment, you're feeling the hungriest you've ever been. You're feeling that hunger and that discomfort.
No, I'm so hungry.
I want a sandwich! Alright, Varys' turn. He's going to...
By the way, did he move when he attacked Vera? Or Helen?
He let go of Demaya and moved over to Helen.
He would have taken a D8 then.
No, he didn't move a they were like... Well, actually... Yeah, I guess you're right, actually, to engulf her. Alright, yeah, we'll say, yeah, you can roll another D8.
Another one, Jesus Christ.
Alright. Varys. Let's see, he might have something that can help a little bit more.
If you have Cure Light Wounds, bring up Damia.
He does not have Cure Wounds, but he will say, "Come back, my friend," in a very melodious tone, and he's going to cast Healing Word as a bonus action on Demaya. Wait, can he use it on more than one?
I think it's a cantrip, so it's just one person at a time.
No, it's a spell slot Healing Word. It's...
Oh, you're right, I'm thinking of...
1d4 plus 5. So Demaya, you take 7 points and you're back to consciousness, or back to... Yeah, you can stand up on your turn.
Yay!
Oh, he's also going to attack it with a crossbow or something. I think he has a ranged weapon. Probably he wants to stay in range, I suppose. Or short bow. But his short bow misses. And it will be Eri.
I will... Once again, Booming Blade. This time with advantage, I'll remember. Did not come through. Why didn't it go through? Okay, one more. For 18.
Alright, roll the damage.
4 damage.
Alright, at this point, you stab it through the rapier and you just hear it burst. It completely... You've plunged into this creature. And it, like, all the goo, everything that was inside of it just falls to the ground. It disperses into the water. It turns the water a darker tone, like a greenish, brownish tone.
And I killed it on the dais.
You did, but you're still hearing the same chanting that you heard before. He is the ancient, he is the land. these walls are still shaking and erupting, and the house is still displeased. You feel the water tremoring, and you will not be leaving initiative yet.
Oh.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
We gotta get Helen up.
Yep. I'm not sure. I'm going to get up. And that takes like half movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna move out of the water. And
You
I
can
don't
use
I
an
got rid of the what?
If you don't use an action, you still have a dash action if you needed to move more than your cut in half movement.
Okay. And I don't so since there's like nothing currently visible, I think I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stay over here.
Alright, Vera. So, you still feel like the house is caving in, like it's could collapse at any moment. You see dust falling off the ceilings, and Vera's turn.
I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Somebody wake up.
If you don't have a way to heal her, you can pick her up for no, you can physically carry her, but it would cripple your own move.
Can Varys heal her again?
You have healing potions. I think everybody forgot about that.
That's true.
Can you apply those to a dead person?
You can pour it into her mouth.
Alright, well, put one in her mouth.
We'll say that everybody except Varys took one healing potion, and you can use a bonus action to do potions. Alright, and you still have an action if you want to dash or do something else.
Yeah, I'll dash and go back up here.
Alright, the healing potion is 1d4 plus 4, I think.
Oh wait.
Oh, it's actually 2d4 plus 2. That's probably better than 1d4 plus. So you're gonna roll one, we'll count that one. Roll one more d4 plus 2. Alright, 9 points of healing.
Welcome back, Helen.
You live.
Alright, Helen's turn. So
Barely. That puts me at 1 hit point.
So you don't
you
go
did nine.
negative. Yeah, you just go to 0.
Oh, okay. So then that puts me at 9.
Yay.
Yay.
Alright, you all feel like you need to, this is your time to exit stage left.
Yep. Time to flee.
Go out the way we came.
Okay.
No, now, well, you've opened the thing at this point. The,
Oh yeah, totally forgot.
it doesn't matter. We'll say that you make it back to the,
What happened there? What? Hello?
oh, somebody's leaving the map. Bye, Demaya.
No, sorry. No, that's my bad.
No.
My computer started glitching.
Alright, I'm gonna move everybody. So you found a trapdoor back to the, back into the house before. So
Is it a ladder or something?
I will move you all back to that point.
Okay.
Because that's where, logically, that's where you would be, but we're gonna go back into initiative shortly.
Oh.
This is an interesting... Okay, so you all make it up here. Then you switch back to here. And I have something to read you in a moment.
Oh, we're back in the living room there?
You've opened up floor into the living room. Oops. Alright, everybody can see?
Yep.
Alright. Now you're back from so you felt like this place is crumbling or it's freaking out. Once you've opened this door, you see from the chimney smoke billowing out. Everybody roll Constitution saving throws.
Okay.
Alright, Demaya.
Chain?
Helen. Oh, poor Helen.
Uh-oh.
Who else? Vera, you need to roll a Constitution save. You're breathing in smoke. The chimney is flooding out with black smoke. Vera.
Is this like a poison effect again, or?
You take... So, Helen takes 3 points of poison damage. She's coughing and she hasn't been fully recovered from falling down. And she is... slightly choked up a little bit. Vera, you still need to do your Constitution save. And... I will explain what you also see.
Can I break one of these windows open?
Okay, so you see that the windows have been completely bricked open. On the other side of the windows is all brick. You can't see, they've been covered up. This chimney is almost like it's spitting smoke at you at this point. From the doorways, you see, instead of where there once was a door, there's now spinning blades.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, brother.
You see, you feel the entire house shaking and crumbling. The inside of the walls, you can see, are somewhat more brittle than they once were. There's debris and dust falling down. And we'll go to Helen's turn next. What would you like to do, Helen?
Is there anything I can do to make...
So, as you're looking at the spitting doors, you think if you spend a little bit more time, you can try and, time it. You can time it, but you'll be standing in the smoke more. You'll have to spend more time in this smoking room.
I'll risk it, I guess.
Alright, so Helen is going to be over here kind of trying to, time when she's gonna jump through. Varys is also going to... Varys is going to actually give you the help action for your next roll, so you have advantage on it, because you're the most wounded and he hasn't taken any hits yet. Eri. Make a perception for me, Eri.
Perception?
Yeah.
$23.
Alright, you're noticing, with that, you're noticing a spot in the wall right around here that you might be able to break if you could hit it hard enough.
I just like body slam into it and break through it.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll say it's
like Kool-Aid Man style.
Yeah, do an athletics.
Oh, that's my worst one. Oh god.
Or you could do a weapon attack.
I'll do a weapon attack. or 19.
Roll damage.
7.
Okay. Eri charges at the wall and bursts a hole into it. And
Hey, Kool-Aid!
at this point, you see that you're free to escape. You run off. You see that the fog has slightly dissipated. So, or would you wait for everybody, I guess, or run out?
Oh yeah, I'd stand here and help him get out of the out through the hole.
Oops. Well, yeah. Okay. Domaya.
Okay. So I saw him kind of like Kool-Aid through the wall, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna follow him through the wall. Oh, if I could get my token to cooperate here. There. We're free.
You should get out on the street. I'll help people out.
Okay.
Well, at this point, now that you were able, you got a nat 20 on your perception, which made this a lot easier than it probably would have been. But we'll just say there's really nothing that's going to stop everybody from getting out. So we're all out. Yay!
Woo!
We've escaped the death house!
Hooray!
And you all can officially be level 3.
Yay!
Oh boy.
The death house is no more. I will explain some things, but let's first show you. Can everybody see the new map?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, I'm not gonna put everybody's token out here, because... Well, I don't know, I guess if you want your tokens. You're all gonna be... Yeah, I'll put your tokens out here, actually. Alright, as you escape the death house, you see its wall, it begins to, looking back upon it, you see it begins to slowly regenerate itself. It stops its crumbling, it stops all of its, it seemed like it was attacking you guys, but now order has been restored, and it is like, you see it basically regenerating in front of your eyes. Now, some things you'll notice at the moment you started walking out. Okay, let's change this music actually, because we don't need creepy music anymore.
We need happy, real live music.
No, now you need gloomy, normal Village of Barovia music. You're back in the gloomy streets. Alright, you begin to immediately notice that some of the things that you've taken from the house, the original chain armor that Helen had, the spears you've taken off the armor, the food that you've taken out of the house, all begins to disintegrate in front of your eyes. Anything that was basically, I don't know what else you guys took, that most of the other stuff stays. It's just some fixtures of the house. The stuff that was on the armor, the stuff that was the food that crumbles, the food rots in front of your eyes.
What about, did we take the silverware?
Can you repeat that?
Can you hear me?
Your mic is... Yeah. Your mic went haywire.
Right, yeah, it might just keeps jacking up on me. We took some silverware too, right? Did that stuff deteriorate?
Yeah, anything that was a normal fixture of the house, the silverware, the table settings, all of that stuff, yeah, is disintegrating in front of your eyes.
Oh.
However, some other things, like some treasures you found from chests, things that weren't anything that was part of the scenery, basically, it was, will disappear. Anything that you found in a chest, the letters, is, you still have it. Alright, so now that you've never actually been in Barovia officially, you kind of were the mist, you see the mist, before it sort of like guided you directly to this house, it has opened up now, as spread around the perimeter. You still see it in the distance, but it is no longer choking it is not forcing you into the direction. You see, Demaya, actually. You hear a voice in your head, Demaya.
Okay.
You hear a dark, spooky voice in your head say, "Interesting. That was, you've survived this far. Let's see how much longer you can survive in these lands." And then it just kind of fades away. You hear some distant laughter. Some ha 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 ha. And it fades away.
Did you guys hear something?
No.
Okay.
Alright.
Just your mellifluous voice.
Okay.
See what I
Must
did
be
there?
the wind.
Alright, let me now read you. Okay, you are... Alright, I don't see that page I wanted to read again, but it is okay. You're back on the streets of Barovia. You see there's some light rain. There is the dark gloominess from what every time you've been here. You've seen nothing but foggy darkness outside. It is... I forgot what I was going to say, but at this point, you've been in the death house probably 2 days, we'll say. It is going to be around getting to be the evening time, probably like 4-ish p.m. And if you have any food, any rations on you, you've most likely eaten them in your time from Barovia. So I imagine, well, yeah, it's up to you guys to decide your next business of order, but you're probably going to need, you've probably just eaten your traveling rations and your, you want to get a lay of the lands, I suppose. You want to get your bearings on why you're here in the first place. Up to you guys to start deciding. You see houses around you, you don't necessarily know the town yet, so you'll have to figure things out.
So we level up first, correct?
Yep, You're level 3 now.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Oops. If it will let me. Aha. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna step away. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Ooh.
But yeah, while you're leveling up, also, I guess, put some thought into what your next course of action. Try and remember why you're here. You have the letters in your journal. I think I was able to give you access to all of the letters. You should be able to see 3 letters, I think. But also, you need food, and you need. I imagine you most likely want to find an inn, or some more information, or. I can also say if you want to put a bit more time into your leveling up, you probably won't be fighting anything in the rest of the time we have.
Okay.
Unless you really want to do it now while it's fresh in your minds.
Hmm.
I took another layer in wizard level. And I went war magic. Arcane tradition.
You
Nice.
still don't have access to level 2 spells though, right?
Correct.
I went with Pact of the Tome.
You still leveling up, Vera?
I just finished.
Alright, well, yeah. We should try and utilize our time for role-playing and continuing because they're most likely I don't think you're gonna fight anything for, maybe. Actually, it's possible.
Okay.
So yeah, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance.
It's pretty mournful.
Yeah. Should we do some exploring?
We have another spell slot. Yay!
So, do you remember what your mission was here in the first place? If you need to look over the letters again, if you need to figure out you need to get food soon, you're not starving to death yet, but it is on your mind.
We have a letter to come see. I forget.
In your journal tab in Roll20, you should have access to all your letters.
Ah, yes. Kolyan and Durovich. Irina Kolyana has been afflicted by evil. She languishes. We're trying to find Kolyan and Durovich, the burgomaster, right?
Yes.
But there was something else to it, right? With the other letter.
There's a fake letter. That's right.
Yep.
I'm back.
Alright, so yeah, where we're at, Helen, is we're on the streets. It is a mournful, gloomy street, and they are discussing what their purpose here was in the first place, which was you got 2 letters from 2 kind of somewhat conflicting letters, and you need to figure out what's going on. You need food at some point, and it could potentially be dark. So if you're going to spend any amount of time, you probably want to find a tavern. That's a normal standard for travelers.
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to ask some around. There are houses all around you. You've seen, since you've exited the death house, you've seen some people come out of their house and just give you like dirty looks and then close their doors, like lock themselves away back in their homes.
Rude. Okay. So I guess we should try to see if we can find a tavern. Yeah. Do we want to, like, see if we can find anyone that's not going to, like, shut themselves away to direct us to a tavern?
Sure.
Okay.
Great feedback.
Okay.
Excellent idea.
Yeah. Okay. So, should we just, like, walk up to a house and knock on a door?
Is there anything that particularly looks like a city center or a town center or anything like that? We might see an inn, obviously, or something like that.
You haven't really picked the direct. You're just standing on the house. Where you're at right now just seems like a neighborhood. The death house is right here. You've just left this cursed house.
Sorry.
with the dancing stick man. He marks the death house. Clearly, that's the death house symbol. So yeah, tell which way would you like to?
This might be a city center, or maybe this.
Yeah, I was looking at this building here. That seems to, yeah, or something. So I guess we should head that direction.
Alright, yeah, so you walk into what appears to be the city center, and you have found... Okay, as you look at this building right here, a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign precariously askew, proclaiming this to be Blood on the Vine Tavern. Alright, so I'm assuming you enter the tavern. The Blood on the Vine Tavern. Do you say anything to each other in character? Have you, any discussions, any plans of action?
Charming name for a tavern.
I don't know that I love it.
Oh. Let's just try not to cause any trouble.
So lay low.
Where's the fun in that?
I'm tired from that death house.
Why? 'Cause you almost died? Silly.
Yeah. Alright, so should we go in? Yep.
Sure.
Alright, we don't really have a map for this. We don't necessarily need one.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna give you a map for... Everybody can see this one, right? Just this blank square.
Yep, black square.
Black square?
I
Oh,
just see black.
Yep,
Yeah, everything's black.
all black.
alright. We're just gonna use our imaginations because it's not necessarily worth the effort. So, you enter the inn. I'll just keep you on the other map, actually. At least you're not looking at nothing.
Okay.
Alright, you enter the inn. You see a fire with a few individuals around. They look to be Barovian commoners. Just the common folks, not anything extravagant. But you also see at a table, you see a table with 3 Vistanis kind of playing cards together and drinking. You see a bar table, and you see a man kind of hunched over at the bar table with the bartender standing at the other side just wiping away at glasses. As you enter, you enter and you see the Vistanis are eyeballing you, but they go back to their business. They don't take much, they just kind of look, they notice you. The Barovian commoners kind of see you and look away, like they don't want to make extended eye contact.
Hmm. Maybe the bartender?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
Alright, everybody approaches the barkeep. He doesn't really look at you, he just keeps, tentatively wiping away at glasses. He just, like, cleaning one glass, basically very thoroughly. To your left, you see the guy hunched over, drinking from a, tankard. he hasn't really. He's in his drinks. He hasn't made any eye contact to you.
Who's our big friendly person with the high charisma?
That would be Varys probably, but I don't want to. I want somebody who's here to do that, so probably Demaya maybe.
Yes!
Okay. Hello there.
The bartender just looks over and says, "Well, what can I get you?"
Wow, okay. We're looking for a place to rest and perhaps some food and beverage.
Well, as you can see, you are in a tavern, so we do have all of those things.
Oh gosh.
At this point, the guy at the bar drinking looks over to you and says, "You fellows definitely aren't from around here. What'll you be having? Drinks on me."
That's very kind of you. Maybe a round of ales? Everyone else?
Alright, as you say a round of ales, you see the bar just come to silence, complete silence. You see the Vistani stand up and look at you, and they say, you see the other Barovians just kind of snicker that were by the fire, and you say, and the Vistani stand up and say, "Ha! Round of ale! Ah, ale!" They find it hilarious that you said ale. And you
Wine? Wine.
You'd notice one of the Vistanis pulls out a tankard and starts right there just pissing in the tankard, and he says,
Oh.
"Ale! You want this ale?" He starts making a ruckus.
Okay, never mind.
The man that offered to get you a drink said, you obviously aren't from here. In Barovia, these lands are fueled by wine. All you drink is wine. I don't even know why they ask you what you want to drink. There's only wine, and there's only one kind of wine. It's Barovian wine. The Vistanis are just like cracking up at this point. They're hysterical. They're getting they were very amused.
So that was a good thing. Okay, I guess wine is fine.
The man says, my name is, actually he doesn't introduce himself. He says, "Wine for all of these individuals, and bring some stew out as well." They look hungry, and he ushers you towards a table in the corner of the bar. He moves from the sitting at the bar to bring you towards a table.
Guess we all sit at the table.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
He says, "It's not very often that we have visitors like yourselves. Most people are not used to it. They get a bit nervous when they start seeing outsiders."
Well, we were invited to come here. Something about the Burgermeister and his daughter, I believe.
He says,
"Do you know where we can find this person?"
He says, "Well," so as you say that, he gives you a worried look, and he says, "Well, at this time, I am the acting Burgomeister."
You?
He says that my father, the Burgomeister, has unfortunately passed away in these past 3 days. 3 days ago, he's passed away.
So you're Napoleon Indirovich. You're his son?
I am Ismark Indirovich.
And you have a sister, Irina?
I do. My sister is at our home. She is well, that is quite a story for another time. So you say you were invited here by my father?
Yes, he said something. Now, we have both letters, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he was saying that she was injured by a beast that has been draining the lifeblood of your people for centuries, it appears. Is this true? I'm looking at both handouts, so I'm kind of weaving this story I think is true.
What are the handouts called? What's the name so I can find them quickly?
Handout Polian and Derovich's letter version 1 and letter and then version 2. We approached under the false, what we understood was an invitation, and as we entered, as we came into Barovia, we found another letter that appeared to be from actually your father that warned us that we were already here.
He says, "May I see these letters?"
I hand them to him.
He looks over the first letter, your invitation to Barovia, and he says, "This is not my father's handwriting. This seal right here this is of the devil of these lands. This is his seal."
Oh, that is what initially brought us to this land, and we found, I believe it was a corpse, right? A dead body on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found someone on the road here in Barovia with this second letter, who potentially was coming to find us, but he was already dead.
He looks at the second letter and he says, "This one is authentic. This was actually my father's hand. He must have..." So, what does that letter say? That's the one that they're asking for help, right? The second letter?
The second one says, "Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There's much wealth entrapped in the community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life." He's basically saying, stay away, but we were already here.
He says,
It says that holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. So then he says, come back for the wealth.
My father, in his final days, he became very desperate. You see, we're not exactly sure what's going on, but my sister has been she's being targeted by this devil. The devil's name is Strahd. He's a active force in these lands. Everybody knows he comes to make his presence known, and he's feared by all in these lands. For some reason, though, he's taken some kind of interest in my sister. My father kept her in the house to try and protect her, but he's charmed his way in. He's attacked my sister multiple times. My father, and then he would, our house was besieged for multiple days by creatures of the night, by his wolves and his bats. They relentlessly attacked the home. and my father just died of his heart, just couldn't take it anymore.
Hmm. Well, how can we aid you? It would appear that we were called here to assist you. We answered that call, and speaking for myself at least, I would like to try to fulfill that promise if I can.
As would I.
He says, well, the thing I want more than anything in this world is to drive a blade through the heart of the Devil's Strahd, but many have tried this. Everybody in these lands knows it's futile. The only thing I can ask for now is you help my sister to safety.
Well, we can at the very least attempt that, and this devil, perhaps we can find a way to defeat him in the not too distant future.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should be, So it's still evening at this time, it's not quite dark yet. And he says, well, would you like to see, would you like to...
Can you give us a run of the town? Are there stores, are there shops, are there anywhere we can, obviously we can stay at the hotel here, but perhaps your home would be a safe place if we were to help you, or?
Yes, I do believe you should stay at the manor tonight. But I can tell you there is a store in town, but he's quite the bastard. Bildrath is his name.
Bildrath the bastard?
The man, well, he's not necessarily very friendly with outsiders, and he knows very well that he's the only store in town, so his prices are ungodly. He always says, anytime you meet him, he'll say, if you want something enough, you'll pay for it. And usually people do, because the other option would be traveling, most likely you would travel to the Vistani camp to the west of here, has some wares, or to the town of Vallaki. That is actually where I want my sister to be taken, to Vallaki. There are holy people there, and I believe she'll be safer than here. There's more guards, and the town is more defendable. As for other points of interest, there is a church. Father Donovan is a very kind man. He's been a friend of this town for many years. Besides that, there aren't many friendly people, especially to... Barovians are very insulated. They don't take kindly to strangers, and I see that you are... We've heard of other races, but we don't see them often.
I've no doubt I am the first of my race you've ever seen.
Yes, I can't say I've seen a talking wood stove before, but I am not one to be judgmental.
I appreciate your open-mindedness.
I have seen some, there was a pointy-eared man not too long ago. Looked kind of like you, and he points to Vera and Helen. Not as pointy as the other one, and he points to Varys. He did leave town a few weeks ago, though. He didn't say much. Very well then. Would you like to?
Well, where's your home? Can you mark it on our map here? Or I guess we don't have a map. But can you tell us where it is? And perhaps we can go see this priest in the meanwhile, and we'll meet with you this evening.
He says, yes, it is south, the most south that you can go in this town. It is a mansion, the large mansion at the south is south. Oh, yeah, I'm on the wrong map. Down here.
So where's the
The church is to the north.
Father Donovan?
The shop is across the street here from the tavern. And there's probably not many other places you'd want to visit. This is a small town.
Okay.
What's this up here?
The church.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Church, manor, shop, bar, tavern. Alright, then I will.
What time is it? It's midday?
It's evening, probably around 5 now. By the time you've eaten and drank your wine and.
Okay.
He says, if you're going to see my sister, I'll be here at the bar. If you need to, you should come get me, because my sister might not be the most friendly to strangers.
Alright, well maybe we go... How about we go to the church real quick? Before they shut down. And we can hit the store in the morning just to see what they have. If anything.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Shoot!
Wait, hold up. As you're walking on the streets, so you re-enter the gloomy streets of Barovia, and you're hearing ahead of you around this, before you've made it deep into this hole, like deep into this roadway, you hear the clanking of a cart, and you see an old woman pushing a cart going house to house from a distance.
What does she appear to be doing?
Knocking on doors. So what you've seen so far is she's just knocking on doors, and you've seen like 2 houses. She's like must be doing some kind of soliciting, or you're not necessarily sure. Are you gonna approach or ignore her, or
Approach.
as you begin to approach, she sees you, she sees your group, and she tries to turn heel. She moves faster. She gets clearly worried and moves down the streets and tries to, she makes haste. She notices you and then tries to leave.
Does she seem to be afraid of us, or she's trying to hide something?
I'll let 2 people make an insight check.
Mine's pretty high.
Go for it.
Mine's pretty good
Nice.
too.
Okay, nat 20. Very
Ooh.
up in nat 20. So, you notice that this woman she feels threatened by you. She's not, you don't know exactly why, but you don't think that she's scared because she's a feeble old woman, but rather she doesn't want to be interfered with, is the impression you get.
She's up to no good.
We could wait and see if he resumes, and then maybe try to eavesdrop.
So she exits. She doesn't really keep looking back. She just exits down the street, and if you continue down, you'll see her again, knocking on doors. So you'll follow her. You're gonna try and keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
let's
Yeah.
like sneak and maybe try to ask what she's asking for.
Sneaky.
Okay, you're going by yourself, or?
Yeah, you're the sneaky one.
Yeah, I'll go by myself.
Alright, Vera goes ahead and starts, sneaking through houses, kind of weaving in between. Roll a stealth. Alright, you trail this old woman for a while, and from what you see, eventually after about 4 or 5 more houses you see some people, can hear her crying, and they're saying, "Please don't take him, please, it's not our boy." And you hear the woman say, "You paid the price, you've already accepted, now it's time to pay." And eventually you see they pick up their child, and the old woman pulls out a bag, and they stick their child in the bag. He's like crying, and she puts him back on a cart and just keeps walking and goes back to knocking on doors. She's gonna continue. She's tied up this bag.
Was it like a little baby?
It was like a 8-year-old.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh my.
Well, I'm gonna go back and report my findings to the gang. The woman, it looks like she's taking payment for something, and the payment is children.
That's terrible.
What should, I mean, I don't think we can, would we do nothing, or should,
Sorry, my voice got again. What happened?
I'll just tell them that the lady was taking payment for some kind of bargain, and the payment was like children, and we're trying to see what we want to do. If we should do anything at all.
I think we should.
I think we should try to find out. I don't know.
Definitely, like, find out more and then try to save that child.
I mean, we could be doing a lot more damage.
Maybe. Should we try to sneak up to the house where she took the child from and see what they're paying her for?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, the woman has left the street. She's off on another. You can still hear her cart, the clacking of her cart from a distance. And what do? You knock on that door?
Could we split up and maybe like half talk to people and half continue talking?
That sounds good, I think.
And then we can meet up at the tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So-
who's doing what?
I think Haley should, or Vera should keep sneaking on the lady.
Okay.
You're the
I'm gonna
sneaky.
tag along with Vera.
Alright, and the other 3,
We're gonna knock on the door.
How's your charisma?
My charisma's great.
Okay. I just say they might be more scared of whatever it is than.
Alright, so first of all, we'll do, Vera and Helen roll stealth checks. You're following this woman and you're trying to get more info. Alright, well, it's still the way you're following her. She still doesn't appear to notice, and you get a bit closer, and you hear the end of the conversation. You hear the house she's talking to. A man is the door, and she's saying, the only part you hear is, "They'll make you forget everything. You'll forget all of your troubles will go away. for just one small price. And you see the man says, I've heard about this price. I don't know if I can pay it. And that's essentially all you hear. Alright, knocking on the doors, you see Eri and Demaya and Varys's group.
Mhm.
You knock on the door and you hear a man say, Not again! You're back already! You just yelled at the door.
We are not the old woman if that's what you fear.
Well, we don't want no trouble. Just be on your way. We don't have any money to give you.
We'd like to help you.
He says,
We
just
saw that woman took your child. What is the deal there?
He says, the child is gone and you should be gone too. Just leave. He doesn't open the door. You just hear sobbing, mournful voice yelling through the door.
Do you want your child back?
At this point, you don't get a response. It sounds like he's walked away from the door. He's done entertaining you, essentially.
So if we knock again, he won't come back.
Yeah, you knock again and he'll say, I told you to be gone already! And then just more silence.
Helen, do you have disguise help?
What is that? A spell or cantrip? No.
Level 1, but yeah.
One thing actually, Helen and Vera roll perception. Alright, so Vera, what you've noticed from it seemed like the woman had what she was offering in her hand. She had some kind of pastry.
Okay. I think I'd like to approach her and I want to be like, I might be interested in what you're trying to peddle, maybe?
As you begin to get close, you see she says, No, I'm all out! I must be on my way! And she pushes her cart and begins to try and make... You can catch up to her pretty easily, but she's still, from your earlier insight, you know she's still trying to avoid you.
What is she?
Where is she?
Did the guy take her?
It didn't seem like the second person accepted yet. It seemed like the deal was still... like he was coming back, or she might come back or something.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna walk off and try to stealth it. After she
So did we see her approach them? Did we see her approach the woman?
Did you go back that direction to try and...
So we went to the first house, and... Right?
She would have went off a little bit. Helen and Vera probably went... So we'll say, this house right here is the one that the child was taken from. She walked down this street, and this would be the second house that they overheard her soliciting.
So I think we would try and follow, since this person shut us down.
Right. Yep.
So Vera, you can chase the woman down if you want, and Like, she was trying to move away, but you can, like, get in front of her if you want, if that's what you meant to do, like,
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
stop. So, does Helen do it also? Are you with her, Helen?
Yes, I am with you, trying to chase her down.
Alright, so you stop the cart, you're not here yet, the other three aren't quite here yet, and the woman says, "Please, I don't want any trouble."
Okay, and I want to be like, I don't want any further evil. I just know a lot about baking, and I would like to try your creation.
Also, the child is still, like, kicking and crying in the sack on her cart. Right there, you, like, ignore that. You
Okay.
pretend that's not happening.
Okay, I want to be standing in front, and then I want to be doing an eye thing to Helen, being like, an eye thing.
Grab the bag.
Yeah.
So I want to be, distracting them aggressively.
Okay, yeah. You distract her, and I'm gonna try to do something about this kid in the bag.
What, are you gonna try and, like, hold on, you other people aren't quite caught up yet. There's gonna be a few rounds of something else. So what do you try and, like, sneakily grab it? Do you, like, well, she is looking, she's somewhat distracted, but, like, so you're in between, so her cart's right here, she's on the other side of it, Vera and you are blocking it.
Can I do?
Wait, are we making the
shield.
right choice to
Yeah. Can I at least do like a shield of fate around the bag and just surround it, and then we can be like, all right, I've got what you want surrounded, so why don't you tell us what's up?
She says, "Please, I need to be on my way. You can just take... What are you here for? Are you here for this bag?"
I look over at Vera like, are we here for the talk? 'Cause, you're kind of, I'm following your lead there.
Oh crap. Honestly, I forgot about the kid for a minute.
She abducted a kid. That's why I was following her. So,
Can I ask her if she'd be any at all willing to trade?
Trade for what?
Tell me what you have, and I'll tell you what I got.
She says, I don't have anything. I'm out. If you... Do you want this child? Is this what you're pestering me for?
Well, what do you want to tell?
She looks at you and says... She says, "Please, just take him. I don't have any... I can come back for him anytime. Stop bothering me."
Okay, well, I'll take that out.
And I still want to bake goods though, like,
No, no more. I'm all out. She tries to push her cart away. All out.
a gold piece.
Can I just smell it? I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe I can see what
Okay, since you have the baking background,
Yeah.
you have the background as a baker,
Yeah.
the only glance that you've taken at the pastry, it just looks really weird. It looks very, like, something about it is disgusting to you, but you're not getting a very good look at it. You just know that it's a weird pastry.
I have a spell, detect poison and disease. Could I cast that, or just, well, that's probably a magical thing she's got anyway. Never mind.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get the kid and be like, thank you. And give her this.
She just scrambles off, like she's just trying to get away from you.
That was weird.
And now we have a sack with a kid in it, so that's weird
Put a knife in
too.
her gut. That old crone is just gonna kill that kid. And probably do it to more.
We can convince the family.
Hopefully.
Should we cut the kid out of the bag and see what's going on?
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so you release the kid from the bag. It's a little boy about age 8. He says, I don't know why they gave me to that woman.
How are you doing? Are you hurt?
No.
Who was that woman? I assume we've caught up by now.
Yeah. He says, I don't know, some friend of our parents, some of my parents, I don't know. Just a strange woman that travels this town.
Why did she put you in the bag?
My parents said that they had to give me up. They had to give me to that woman. I don't know.
And they exchanged him for a pastry?
They had
I don't know about any pastries.
You want us to take you home?
He says, I don't know why my mommy and daddy gave me up like that. I think they'll just do it again.
Is there an orphanage here? Or
There's a church.
maybe it might be a better idea.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Yep. They gave him up once, they'd do it again.
That old lady would be able to find us.
Hopefully.
Alright. So you make your way back to the church?
Yeah.
Coolio, this church is real cool. Because we actually got a map for it.
Yay!
Here are your maps.
Oh.
I hope we made the right choice. I feel like maybe I did.
We will find out.
We can always go find her and perforate her later.
Oh yeah, since I'm beast method, like, do I have to come across an animal to get one? Or
I think that's like a ritual you have to do. It takes some time.
can I do that? Or I'll do it when I get
To rest. You can do it like while you're resting. Like, alright, who do I need? Erai. Alright, what do you see outside of the church? You all see, right? Oh wait, I gotta move you over. Bop.
Ooh.
Alright, you all see outside the church, right?
It's all
Yes.
black. My screen's all black.
It's
All
down at the bottom.
Oh, you need more vision. So, are you using your light? Oh wait, no, there's light here actually.
I see my icon, but that's all I see.
Now you can see, right?
There we go. Yep.
Alrighty. Yeah, you are outside of the church. So,
What's that?
Is he like with one person?
He's with us.
Or I mean like, is he clinging to one person more than another? Or how would it
I think probably you, because you got him out of that bag.
Helen was the one that did it.
Oh, okay,
So
then
Helen
probably
will-
her.
Yeah, Helen.
You're my new mommy. Oh, just kidding.
Uh,
Keeping that aside for now.
okay.
Put him back in the bag. Totally joking. Totally joking.
Alright, who wants to knock on
Oh, it's an old man token. Wait, I'll find.
Ghost?
Oops.
Attack!
Alright, so you knock 1 second. I can get. What was that? I'll use a token for that boy, the ghost boy. Him. Alright, you are at the church. Atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a grey, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through the holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. And as you got close to the doors, the heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Maybe this isn't the place for the child.
Knock on the door.
You knock and there's no answer. But from the distance you can hear some kind of... You hear a very faint noise. It sounds almost like a prayer.
Go in.
Oh, okay.
I'll just move you so you can all see. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the wooden floor.
Oh.
So, from the end, so you can see, right, you can see a man right here. He's kneeled down, and you hear him just making prayers. He's facing the other direction. And you hear, like, various, just like the, you know, the Heavenly Father, just mumble, like, very, like he's reciting some prayer that he knows, but you aren't close enough to make it out.
Should we approach him?
Yeah.
Oh, they did say he was friendly.
Alright, let's see, what? F. Okay. The chapel is in shambles, with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner. In a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows, at the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in soiled vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into the bell tower.
Is that you, Father Donovan?
You see, you call out to him, and you hear him. He's just continuing his prayers. You hear him mention the Morning Lord. He's praying. It's obvious that he's praying to the Morning Lord. After a few moments, you hear, from beneath the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice cry out, "Father, I'm starving." He seems unfazed. He's ignoring this and just continuing his prayers.
Where did the voice come from?
But
Downstairs? Is there a stair somewhere?
there is a... Yeah, I don't know where the entrance is, though.
But it looks like there's side doors here and here on each side.
Yes, okay, yeah. Okay, got it. So you don't see any from where you are. You don't see, you just hear, you're hearing screaming from downstairs.
I have a feeling that this guy should not stop his little kid.
Probably not.
Let's go through one of these doors and find the stairs.
Yep.
Which one?
Right here, I guess.
This appears to be a bedroom. There's a wooden bed, straw-filled mattress, next to which a table with an oil lamp burning brightly. Above the bed is a sun-shaped holy symbol.
Got the symbol of the offender.
The symbol of the... Well, you can assume he's talking about a morning lord, and it's a sun-shaped symbol.
Okay. So this room would probably be safe for the child to just chill out while we figure stuff out.
It's creepy. They're screaming in here.
Should we keep him here, or like... True. But if we get into a battle, I don't want him to, like...
Ferris says, I can stay with the child and you can investigate.
That works.
There's another door here, right?
Yep. This one... Okay, this one is a very similar looking bedroom with a symbol, exactly like the other one. It has a symbol above.
I'm gonna take one of the symbols.
Alright. You have a symbol of the Morning Lord.
What about over here?
Alright, this one. Time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor, shut with a chain and a padlock. A young man's screams of anguish can be heard through this door.
Oh. Okay.
Before we go in there, I just want to poke my head in this other room.
Yep.
That one is an old desk and chair stand against the south wall, a wooden holy symbol mounted above them, a sunburst. A 10-foot long iron rod attached to the north wall stands bare, suggesting a tapestry once hung there. Against the far wall stands a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors.
So,
So Ellen, it would find it odd that there's a religion that she's pretty unfamiliar with, but it's because in Barovia nobody knows that much about Barovia. So this is something she's unfamiliar with. It would probably be surprising to a cleric to hear about a new religion in this way.
Yep.
what about this desk? Is there anything on this desk or in the cabinet?
On the desk, there is an empty wooden box that has emptiness. The desk drawers have some paper and ink and quill pens. In the cabinet, you open it up and you see some boxes of candles and 2 books. The books are titled Hymns to the Dawn, a volume of chants to the Morning Lord, and the second book is called The Blade of Truth, the uses of logic in the war against diabolist heresies, as fought by the Ulmus Inquisition.
I will take a couple of pens and the paper and the quill, and I'm going to take the Hymn to the Dawn. I'll take the 2 books as well.
All right.
Something to read in my downtime.
Makes sense for a wizard to be collecting books to study. All right.
And the priest is still up here just chanting away.
He's still praying. Yep.
All right, I guess we'll.
All right. It's chained shut. Yeah, it's chained. The trapdoor.
I just noticed the time, y'all. I'm gonna have to go soon.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I just noticed it's 10 o'clock here, and I have to be at work early.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can call it here.
All right.
Sounds good.
So,
Leave it.
go ahead.
We leave it on another mystery of what's under the trapdoor.
All right.
Yes.
So again, next week I am very likely not to be available. I'll be with my mother back in Indiana. And at our game time, I know we're having dinner with some family friends at this time. So
Okay.
I may be able to sneak on for the end of it, but I think you guys said you were going to do a one shot.
Yeah.
But the week after that, my plane should be landing about an hour before the game starts. So it takes me usually 45 minutes to an hour to get home from the airport. So I should be on just in time. In 2 weeks.
Okay. Sounds good.
And,
Yeah.
all right, see you guys.
Yep. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.